Good afternoon from the 2016 Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championship from the West End Soccer Centre here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. My name is Brenton Dreger. I'll be your play-by-play announcer along with my cameraman, Rob Zitlaw. We'll be bringing you this ICU Video Productions webcast. Thank you for tuning in from across Canada and around the world. Today's game will be a U-15 match between the visitors, the West Coast Wolverines, and the home team, the Edmonton Express. Getting ready for face-off here at the West End Soccer Center. We've got number 15 for the West Coast Wolverines, Trevor O'Reilly, in the face-off dot there. She'll chip it ahead right off the draw, and it'll be controlled by the Edmonton Express. Going left to right here, it's chipped in off the boards, brought back by number 15, Trevor O'Reilly. He'll bring it across the line, tries to center toward the net, and that's broken up by number 13, Bodie Hagen, one of the players to watch here for the Edmonton Express. And the whistle sounds on a high stick call early in the first minute of this game.
Yeah, and in ball hockey, if you touch the ball above your shoulders, that's an automatic 4 minutes. So it's not like ice hockey where it's basically whistled down, so it's a costly penalty. Well, they're only giving them 2 minutes now. So.
All right, 2 minutes on the man advantage. And we will see if the power play can strike early on for the West Coast Wolverines. Circling back to get it is Tyler Slavin. He's got all kinds of floor to work with. He'll get to center, work it across as the Wolverines look to set it up. Slavin down the left side, chips it in. Poked away from him there, a battle along the boards. The Wolverines come up with it, and it's Rahman looking for an outlet pass. Sends it up along the boards. Spun around back to the point. Rahman sends it over. Chipped away from an aggressive forecheck there by number 9, Jacob Bodnaruk. Wolverines still have it all the way back to center. Good effort to keep it in there at the line by Slavin. Here comes Rahman moving inside of the goal. Centers! And that is poked away from danger. And the Edmonton Express will chip it down the ice as Jacob Bodnaruk got his stick on that one and sent it down. Wolverines try to turn it around quickly. Rahman on the left side. Moving in, looking across. Cuts outside, back inside, quick shot, and a save. And that'll be held on to, and we'll have a face-off. 1 minute gone in the early power play as the West Coast Wolverines had a chance there with Arjun Rahman, one of the players to watch here on this West Coast Wolverines team. He's got 20 goals in 24 games this past season with the Bantam varsity team at Delta Hockey Academy. So dodging an early bullet there was the Edmonton Express with a good save by their goaltender. Off the draw, Wolverines control again in the left corner. They'll circle it around. That's Braden Caldwell playing it behind. He's one of the pickups added for this tournament. Caldwell dishes it up behind the net, spins around. Now they'll try to set up the power play. In the corner, looking for an open man. Now tries to find some room in the middle. That's off a stick of Ross and into the netting, and that'll draw another whistle. 35 seconds to go in the West Coast Wolverine power play.
Yeah, that last little bit there, they did a great job keeping him to the outside there, and then a nice deflection to get the ball out of the playing surface.
Caden Johnson in for the face-off for the Wolverines, and they'll dismiss him from the face-off circle and let Andrew Westhaver take over. It's controlled initially off the draw by Edmonton. They'll try to fire it down, and it is up and over the head of number 16, G.C. Napolitano. He goes back for it. He's pressured hard by number 17, Braden Caldwell.
That was a good example of the alley-oop there, so you're going to see that a lot in these games where, just like in basketball, they'll use the old alley-oop just to get the ball out of the zone.
Wolverines being back across the line. Comes to center, kept in there by Ballerin. Now the Edmonton Express will get it in. Caldwell chips it in, goes off for a change. Wolverines will have to regroup, and that will do it for the initial power play. Edmonton Express dodges the first bullet on the high sticking penalty. Wolverines, and that's poked away from them as they fail to score on their first power play attempt. Centering pass, and that's interrupted by the Wolverines defense. They'll break out quickly down the left side. Here comes Juka. Holds up, looks for help, drops it off, gets fresh legs off the bench, put it to the corner, centering pass. That intended for Caden Johnson, hopped over his stick. Back comes the Edmonton Express, quick chip, and here's a break for Elijah Matthew moving and shoots, blocker save. And that goes into the corner. The Wolverines coming back now, centering pass, 2-on-2 rush, losing control of it, and Dominic Houle will chip it off the boards. kept in though. That shot goes wide. Wolverines maintain control. Try to work the cycle here, looking out front. Here's a chance, and that was poked away by Gillingham. Kosh takes a shot from the boards on a sharp angle, and that is squeezed and held for a face-off to the right of Wilcott.
Yeah, going back to that semi-breakaway there, yeah, if West Coast got caught on a line change there, and I used to coach the defense back in the day, and yeah, you got to pick your spots, and right there, West Coast almost got caught, and it almost cost him a goal there.
Kosh won that draw, but is waved out quickly for early movement, so in comes Alex Hodgkinson to take the draw. He wins it back to Kosh. He dumps it off to Keegan Prophet, chips it in. That pass, though, intercepted by the Express. Wolverines maintain control, centering pass, and that shot, quick pass, save the rebound, they score! And the Wolverines strike first. I believe it was number 71, Brandon McRobert, who put that home for the Wolverines, and they take the early lead 3.5 minutes into this game.
Yeah, that was a great shot on net, a nice save, but the rebound came out, and West Coast got to it first before the Edmonton Express, and now it's 1-0 West Coast.
So they'll do the face-off at center ice. Edmonton gets control off the draw. They backhand it in. That's Franken chipping it on net, and that'll be quickly covered and held for a face-off inside the Wolverine zone. Well, I had a chance to talk with Express head coach Keith Ryder before the game, and he mentioned, you know, we've got a team of 2002 birth years. They've been together for a few years, most of them, but this is all about building for next year. He knew they would have their hands full with the West Coast Wolverines. They're defending champs. They're coming off a big victory, the Pilsen Cup in Czech Republic a few weeks ago. 13 players returning from that, and so they've got their hands full this afternoon. Wolverines break out. It'll be kept in at the blue line by the Express briefly, but now the Wolverines will regroup and try to set up the attack. Up the left side. Still looking for room as the Edmonton Express are setting up a formidable forecheck here, hemming them into their zone. Chance at the side of that, rebound, and that is poked away. Another rebound, another save. What a chance for the Edmonton Express as Jacob Bodnarik was in with a couple of in-tight chances to even this game early on. The forecheck set up the turnover, and Bodnarik was stopped a couple of times on the doorstep. The Express trying to get out now. They'll scramble for it at center. The ball is bouncing and chopping around. Chabot sends it in. That's knocked off their sticks. Chip it off the boards, out to center. Comes across the line. And the Express will regroup in their own zone. Moving it up. Here's Franken on the right side. Flips it ahead, looks for the alley-oop pass, and that is knocked down by number 14, Dante Ballerin. He worked the vertical there to knock that ball down and prevent the alley-oop pass from getting behind him. Ballerin back into the corner. Quick up pass. Looking for Rahman. Tries an inside move. He's got some room. Looks for help. Breaks to the inside. The shot. Rebound. It's there at the side of the goal. And then it's knocked away quickly by Dominic Houle. Express breaking out. High arcing pass along the boards. And the Wolverines will pick it up. That's off the stick of Rahman all the way down. All the way down the floor. Houle goes back for it. Two Wolverine forecheckers in on him, so he'll send a long pass out down the ice. And that'll be picked up by number 14, Dante Ballerin. He's still out there for the Wolverines. Sets things up. Sends it up the ice. Off a stick. And the Express go back the other way. Gillingham looking to the middle. And that's swatted away. Rahman with a move at center. The rangy forward just chips it off the boards and heads off on a change. The D will change their forward lines and their D pairing right here. That gives the Express a chance to move the ball out to center. Nearly knocked down by Juka on that clearing pass. Great tricks. Whacks at it. But the Wolverines will get a chance to escape. Westhaver centering pass. That's chipped in. Looking for some help. Here it is in front. Kosh shoots. Pad save. Rebound. Oh, and that shot went wide. As number 9, Daniel Juka had some space, and he missed on the far side. Wolverines still have control, though, in the corner. Back behind the goal. Looking to work the cycle here again. Centering pass. There's a shot. Through a screen. Hit a body. And off the goaltender wide. Wilcott steered that away. Centering pass. Ryder playing defensively on the tight point. And the Express will chip it all the way down, and that'll be icing against the Edmonton Express, who dodge a bullet with a flurry of activity from the West Coast Wolverines.
This has been a great game. This has been back and forth. That was probably a good 2-3 minutes before this stoppage in play here. And as a coach, I love coaching games like this because everyone's into it. Everyone's there's no stoppage. It's just a lot of hard running.
Hodgkinson got a shot through traffic, and the rebound goes in. They score. That play set up by number 8, Alex Hodgkinson, as he fired the shot from the high slot, and we'll have to wait to see who it was that popped in the rebound. Looks like number 71, Brandon McRobert again. If that is, that would be his second of the game. And the Wolverines are up 2-0 with 11:21 to play in the first.
Yeah, they won the draw, and then after that, it was a bit of a fire drill there by the Express. They never did pick up enough guys, and 5 seconds later, it's in the back of the net.
So the Express find themselves down by 2, almost halfway through the first. Matthew chips it in. Back for it goes number 26 for the Wolverines. Edward Riddell. They'll scramble for it. Wolverines hemmed in a little bit here, but they're looking to break out now. Wolverines chip it to center. Hodgkinson rubbed out there, but Wolverines maintain possession. McRobert in the corner. He's got 2 tonight, looking for the hat trick already. That's fired in by Shelton. The Express come back out. Quick dump in pass, and Matthew and Hoekstra go after it. Shelton tried to send it behind his net, and that was picked off by Hoekstra. He circles left corner, looking for help. Just cycles it, tries to find an opening, throws it on net, and that goes wide. Matthew going after it. He's played hard on the body there. Ross fires a shot from the point, and that'll give Shelton a chance to slow things down and look for the long pass all the way for Hodgkinson. That's off his stick and into the corner. Ross goes back for it. Hodgkinson beats him there, centers it, and that pass was picked off as it was headed in the direction of Brennan Chabot. The Express try to get it out here. Bodnaruk poking at it. Wolverines set it up, high slot shot off the glove, and Wilcott will recover and smother that for a face-off as we hit the midway point of the first.
Yeah, actually, periods are 18 minutes for these championships. Normally in regular season it's 20 minutes, so for some reason they're backing it off 2 minutes per half here.
The face-off initially won by the Wolverines. Chabot sends it in, gets it back, fires it, that shot goes wide, comes all the way to the point. GC Napolitano lets one rip, that goes wide, kept it at the blue line. Battle for it there as Ballerin sends it in deep again. Express trying to clear. Ballerin knocks it out of midair, though, to deny that attempt. Franken will pick it up and try again. And we've got a whistle. Was that a hand pass? I think we may have a hand pass. And so the face-off will come to the right of Wilcott in the Edmonton zone.
That was great hand-eye coordination there. You'll see a lot of really good ball hockey players. They won't hit it above their shoulder, but it'll sometimes belt high, and some guys will knock it in out of the air, and I've seen a lot of guys score goals from the slot like that.
And Ballerin, one of those 13 players who won the Pilsen Cup in Czech Republic just 3 weeks ago. He is here in Edmonton as the West Coast Wolverines look to repeat their national championship from last year in Newfoundland. They're on the pressure on the forecheck again. Edmonton Express trying to get it out, gets jammed up in Franken's gear, and Ballerin gets a chance to keep it in. Here comes Rahman, dishes it off, the shot, and that was knocked away by number 55, Robert McGowan. Goes into the corner, Bodnaruk goes after it, Rahman slaps at it, poked away, Express come up with it, lead pass, and that is knocked away by Ballerin as Franken nearly got in behind the defense, but again, that hand-eye coordination you talked about, Rob, Ballerin again swatting a ball out of danger.
Yes, he got lucky there. If he misses that, it's a breakaway going the other way. So sometimes as a defensive coach, you go, if you think you can make that play, go, do it. But if you miss it, it's a breakaway. So sometimes it's that fine line as to when to try to stop that ball or try to just play it more defensively.
And if there's a guy Edmonton wants in on a breakaway all alone, it is Jacob Franken. 10 goals in 12 games this season in the Edmonton Minor Ball Hockey Intermediate A division. We pick up action inside the West Coast Wolverine zone. They're trying to get things out here, but again, the Edmonton Express, they're down 2-0, but they do have an aggressive forecheck that has created some problems for the defense of the Wolverines so far. Here it is, out to center. The Wolverines chance to chip it in, but they decide to carry it instead. That's knocked away. winds and fires. Big shot there. Wilcott makes the save as number 16, Andrew Westhaver, stepped into that one from the high slot.
Yeah, one of the defensemen there, the golden rule of thumb is don't dump it up the middle. And rather than dump it to the boards or off to the side, you put it right up the middle, and it almost was in the back of the net.
O'Reilly will face off against Elijah Matthew to the right of Wilcott. Again, the Wolverines come up with it. They've had some success in the face-off circle here. That shot from Profit goes into the corner off the stick of Hagen. Express have it there, but under a tight forecheck. The captain dishes it out to center. Profit scoops it up, keeps it in though, and here's a chance. Oh, that hopped over the stick of Daniel Juka as he could have been left alone at the side of the goal. Centering pass, here's a shot. Oh, and that was blocked. Wilcott looked behind him. Another shot, rebound, and that gets away from Wilcott as well. The Wolverines with all kinds of pressure now, and Wilcott just trying to keep up here and keep his team in it, down 2-0 with just over 7.5 minutes to go in the first. Wolverines send it right back in. That shot is blocked. Ross got a piece on that. Express chip it in, and Hoekstra goes after it. Hagen is with him. Wolverines trying to turn around behind the goal. Look the other way again. An aggressive double forward forecheck here from the Express, and it's creating turnovers. There's another example, knocked out of midair. Express has it, back to the point. There's a shot. That was off the stick and high into the air. Wolverines still trying to get it out. Battle forward in the corner. Hoekstra swatted at it. Oh, a collision there at the blue line. It's getting a little bit aggressive here. Hagen goes back for it. Fires centering pass, and Franken had his stick tapped at just the right moment to keep him out of it. Here's a stretch pass in all alone. Low pressure from behind, and there will be a penalty as Brandon McRobert centers it, and that was swatted away from danger. Couple of great chances for the West Coast Wolverines. McRobert in alone, and Caden Johnson trailing him, and they will get a penalty here as what was the call there, Rob? But a penalty as he was interrupted, hooked or held, or
That was a slash.
A slash as he moved in on the goaltender. Wilcott was about to be staring down a breakaway, and so.
Yeah, and it's 4 minutes too. That was an unbelievably beautiful alley-oop pass again. Perfect. It drops right at his feet, and the Express defenseman had to slash him.
Yep, Matt Ross will spend 4 minutes in the sin bin for that one as he had to take down the Wolverine on the breakaway there. Long shot, that goes wide, bounces dangerously in front, and Wilcott will quickly scoop that up. And 10 seconds into this power play, we'll have another face-off in the Express zone.
Right now, West Coast is just smoking them on the draws here. Centerman's got a, yeah, they lose another one.
There's another one, offensive zone. It's been all in the offensive zone too, is what it feels like. Napolitano fires a shot, that goes wide. Wolverines work it out from behind the net. Centering pass, that was dangerously in front for number 16, Andrew Westhaver, and that was poked off his stick. Another centering pass, that'll be scooped up. Backhanded all kinds of time and held in by Napolitano. Bodnarek had all kinds of time and felt pressure that wasn't there, and it was knocked down. Now the Express will get it down the ice. Napolitano retreats for the Wolverines, and we'll get some changes. Ballerin anchoring this power play from the left side. He sends it in, finds Rahman, breaks down the right side, poked off his stick by Gerke. Good defensive play by Gerke as Rahman was in with a good scoring chance. Rahman's out there, he's got Cook in front of the net. Napolitano at the point, into the corner now. Wolverines trying to set something up. Rahman on the left side again, looks to the point, Napolitano. Rahman, that's poked off his stick, and now the Express will get it high and down the ice. Bodnarek makes no mistake about that one.
It was a bit strange that the Express had their defensemen and they're on their off wing. So rather than have an easy play to play it on their forehand, they had to always use their backhand, and that's the first time it didn't get out, and then the last time the guy had to use his backhand and get it out. So normally you try to have your defensemen on their right side, so then when they get the ball, it's on their forehand. So on that penalty kill, they had defensemen that were on their backhand.
2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the penalty to Matt Ross. We've got an offensive zone face-off here for the Edmonton Express. Not many of those in this game, and the Express will control off the draw. Number 17, Braden Caldwell, in there all by himself. And now we'll have a penalty against the West Coast Wolverines. Interference as some good hard forechecking by Braden Caldwell draws that penalty to even things up here.
Yeah, what happens there is if you can kind of run beside a guy and kind of, as long as you're side by side, but as soon as you stop and impede somebody's progress, which happened there, then the referee has to call the penalty.
So 2 minutes for Tyler Slavin. So for the next 2 minutes will be 4-on-4, and then Slavin comes out of the box for a brief power play with Matt Ross still in the box. 4 minutes for slashing on that breakaway. We've got Hoekstra in the draw here to the right of the West Coast goal. We'll have some 4-on-4 action, some open floor, and West Coast controls off the draw. Poked off the stick. After it goes number 73, Fraser Locke. The Express come out of it. Oh, and that pass dangerously ahead for Caldwell, and that was intercepted. That could have been a dangerous rush if Caldwell got loose. West Coast has it. Houle takes it away from number 15, Trevor O'Reilly. Caldwell has it knocked off his stick. Oh, he gets it into the zone. And the Wolverines will get it out to center. Houle has it, tries to get it past O'Reilly. Now Hoekstra brings it across the line. Backs it off for Caldwell. Tries to get past his man, but Ballerin stood him up. Looking for Hoekstra again, and that was knocked away. Caldwell against Ballerin. The Express maintaining some possession here, but can't get it close to the net yet. Now the Wolverines will bring it out across center. 1 minute left in the 4-on-4. Caldwell just chips it in. It'll be handled easily by the goaltender. And the Wolverines bring it out. Profit works it up the left side to Ballerin. Looks across court for number 71, Brandon McRobert. He's already got a pair tonight. He's into the corner. Back to the point. That shot goes high and wide. Comes to the left side. Napolitano just sends it down low. McRobert tried to center it, and that was knocked down, and the Express bring it out to center. Gerke trying to do things by himself. It's poked off his stick, and Matthew retreats for the Express. Dishes it off. Franken up the right side. He's got some help. He's working against Napolitano. Breaks inside, and Profit took it away from him. Profit behind the goal. Rims it around, trying to get away from the forecheck again of the Express. Franken chips at it, and there's a turnover for the Express. Franken looking for help. Goes cross court to Matthew, fires a shot, and that was wide. Franken picks it up again. He's on the left side, goes back to the point for Gerke. The Express are back on the penalty kill. We've got a brief and 10 seconds left in the penalty to Matt Ross, and then we'll be back to 5-on-5. The Wolverines break out now. One last rush on this power play. It's Hodgkinson, left side. Holds up, tries to center, and that's knocked away. Shelton sends it in, centering pass. Good defensive play there by Matthew to get it out of harm's way. And the Wolverines get it back, try a shot, that's deflected. As Brendan Chabot tried to fire one toward the net. In behind the goal, Wolverines still on the attack. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first. The Express get it out, they'll send it in deep, alley-oop pass in behind, and that was a good defensive play by Edward Riddell to take that one away from the Express. They tried the alley-oop pass again, and it was a good chance for Bodie Hagen to try to get in behind the defense. Wolverines try to work it out here again along the boards. Chabot is in there, so is Handel. Centering pass for Hoekstra, tries a shot, and that was blocked by Caden Johnson. Johnson scoops it up, flips it to center. Handel gets it across the line for the Express, centers it for Hagen, his shot. That's steered aside. Handel in the corner. Getting worked over by Shelton. Hagen goes after it, and now the Wolverines will get it out. No, it's dangerously almost turned over there. Now we'll get it to center and out. Number 14, Gerke gets it off the boards, kept in by the Wolverines. Across the line, makes a move for Chabot, trying to return the feed for Caden Johnson. That return didn't work. Still 2-0, just over a minute to go in the first. Express trying to get on the board here before the break. They come back in, Handel sends it in. He and Hoekstra out there on the forecheck. Shelton in behind his goal. Looks to get things set up. Handel backs off. 1 minute to go, 2-0 in the first period here. The West Coast Wolverines lead the Edmonton Express. Now they'll try to break out of their zone here up the left side. Grimm tries to backhand it in, swatted away from him. Gets it past Stock now. Grimm left side, 2-on-1. Grimm tries a shot, just missed on the near side. Another shot goes wide. Grimm with a great chance to go up 3-0 late in the first period, and he just missed the net. Express trying to get out of their zone here. Number 66, Josh Hoekstra, sends it around. Here's Houle. Looks up the sideboards, now hangs on to it. Houle gets it whacked away from him. It's up into the netting, and with 22.8 seconds left in the first period, we'll have another offensive zone face-off, something the West Coast Wolverines have been dominating in the first 18 minutes of play.
Yeah, it hasn't even been close. And sometimes what you got to do on plays like that is, if you're getting beat on the face-off, is rather than win the draw, just make sure that the guy doesn't, that you don't lose it. So that means you either lift his stick and then hope maybe have your forwards, your wingers come in and get the ball, and just make sure that the guy doesn't win it cleanly. So if you're getting beat that badly, then you got to lift the guy's stick, hope that your wingers come in and get the ball, and then get out, because whoever's been taking the draws for West Coast, they've been schooling the centers from the Edmonton Express.
So we have a timeout here called with 22.8 seconds left in the first period. As mentioned, we were chatting with Keith Ryder before the game, and he admitted that this team's been together for 3-4 years. They've been working their way up the age rankings here, and they've got some speed on this team. They've brought in some good players to complement them, but he knew they would be in tough against this West Coast Wolverine team. Trailing 2-0, I guess, here at the break. What do you think Keith Ryder is thinking about his team's effort so far? Just kind of trying to hang around and build some experience on the national stage and get ready for next year.
Yeah, well, from what I've seen so far, West Coast is a lot bigger team. Edmonton Express are a lot smaller, so they got to use their speed. And right now, West Coast is using their size on that last play here just to keep the ball in. So.
Ballerin fires in a shot from the point, and that pinballs around in front of the net, and it'll be covered by Wilcott as it pinballed dangerously into the crease. And Wilcott does well to just hang on to that, as it was a couple of feet out in front of him. 4.7 seconds left, and not a lot of time, but when you factor in the strong performance in the face-off dot for West Coast, the last 5 seconds here are anything but formality. Trevor O'Reilly will take this draw for the Wolverines. He's got Ballerin at the point. And there you go, West Coast ties up. It's along the boards. And the buzzer will sound to end the first. 2-0 the score after 18 minutes here at the West End Soccer Center in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The West Coast Wolverines leading the Edmonton Express 2-0. We'll be back with second period action in a moment. And welcome back inside the West End Soccer Centre here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, as we bring you the 2016 Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships. My name is Brenton Dreger, your play-by-play announcer, along with my cameraman, Rob Zitlau, and bringing you this ICU Video Productions webcast. 2-0 the score in favor of the visiting West Coast Wolverines, taking on the home Edmonton Express. The Express, a young team, all players in their 2002 birth year. They've been together for 3 or 4 years, moving up the ranks, and their coach, Keith Ryder, said, you know, we're looking forward to playing on the national stage today. We're really building for next year. We're a young team, and when you look at the West Coast Wolverines, they're the defending champs. Obviously, you lose some players from the previous year, but they're the defending champs, and they have shown some poise here this afternoon so far, controlling much of the play, particularly in the face-off circle. So we'll see how the Express can respond here. Early chance for Franken down the right side. Sharp angle shot, rebound in front, and Kevin Craig will cover that quickly before Braden Caldwell or anyone else can get their stick on that.
Now, what you'll notice is in the first half, both teams had the long change, but now they've switched ends, and now it'll be shorter change. So we'll see if Edmonton Express, since they got the short change now, maybe can get their legs going and start outrunning the West Coast.
There's a change, offensive zone face-off win for the Express, and a quick shot that didn't miss by much, as the Express, who struggled with face-offs early in the game, get a chance there with Caldwell firing a quick shot. Some pressure here as well, as the Express try to keep it in the zone. That ball gets by the defense, and they'll bring it down the floor. Outside move by Caden Johnson, and a quick shot, and that's steered aside by the goaltender, Logan Wilcott. Sent all the way down. Back for it goes Tyler Slavin. Both teams making changes. Slavin looks up the floor, dishes it off to his defense partner, banks it off the wall out to center, and Johnson brings it back across. Here's Juka. Right side, looking, shoots, and that just missed on the far side. Hagen scoops it up for the Express, tries to get it out. Slavin keeps it in. Hagen gets it again. At the blue line, the Wolverines will dump it back in. Turned over to Juka behind the net. He's leaned on, centering pass. Here's a shot, they score! Juka fed the ball back to the point, and the slap shot made no mistake. And the Wolverines go up 3-0, a minute 18 into the second period.
Yeah, unfortunately, the forward on the Edmonton Express, number 13, didn't pick up his man. He got the ball, and it was in the back of the net with a slap shot. And
that goal goes to number 97, Keegan Profit, who let it go from the blue line to put his team up 3-0 early here in the second. A good forecheck by the Wolverines pays off into a 3-goal lead. Hagen tried to get past his man. Back come the Wolverines. It's McRobert chipping it in, chasing. And Robert McGowan the other way, trying to get it out of the zone for the Express. Kept in by Slavin. He just whacks it high into the air. McRobert in front, looking for the backhand. That is chipped away. And we've got a hand pass. And that face-off, I believe, will come outside the zone here. 16:21 left in the second period here. We've got a hand pass against the Wolverines, so the face-off will come outside the zone. A pretty free-flowing, high-energy first period, and we've had a couple of stoppages already here early in the second, mind you, one for a goal. Shelton at the point, floats one in, centering pass. What a stop! As Wilcott was caught in close quarters, 2 Wolverines breathing down his neck, and he turned that one away with the pad. A pinch there by the Wolverines. They get some help. Jackson Cook goes back to get it, plays it across. And the Wolverines will send it right back in. Matt Ross goes back for it, pressured by Hodgkinson. Tried to bank it off the zone, turns into a turnover, there's a shot, he scores! Alex Hodgkinson cashes in on the turnover and makes it 4-0 Wolverines.
Yeah, right now the Edmonton Express are fighting the ball, and sometimes it looks like a hand grenade out there. You think a kid's got the ball, and then all of a sudden he barely touches it, and it's on the opposition's stick there. And I think, yeah, Keith Ryder's just trying to tell the team to calm down here, because they're fighting the ball big time right now.
Yeah, that's 2 quick goals here early in the second, and that one off a turnover. Just tried to bank it off the net to his defense partner, and it pops off the side of the goal right in front, and Alex Hodgkinson makes the Express pay. 15:46 left in the second period here, 4-0, and Keith Ryder will try to calm his guys down. Let's make a game of this. Let's stay focused on what we're doing here, and as he said, I mean, we know we're a young team. We want to get the exposure this year. We want to get the experience this year and build for next year. And this is the type of stuff you're going to face when you're on the national stage playing a team like the West Coast Wolverines, ranked #1 coming in.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their record was here playing in Edmonton, but if they were rolling over teams and then you're playing a team like this where you make one mistake, it's in the back of your net, well, they're learning the hard way how much more they have to, how better they have to play to beat this team.
O'Reilly gets kicked out of the face-off circle. So Grimm will take this draw for West Coast. And the Express win that one as Franken poked it ahead. Wolverines come right back at it though. Here's Chabot. That rolled off his stick, so Houle will go back for the Express. Banks it off the boards. Franken backhands it to center. Kept in by Napolitano. Flipped right back into the corner. Stock has to go for it. He's chased by Chabot. Played over to Houle. Plays it out in front of his net. And that was swatted smartly away. Here comes Caldwell on a partial break. Left side, and that ball just kept rolling into the corner harmlessly and turned what could have been a great break for the Express into a harmless looking play. Chabot back across the line, flips it toward the goal. Logan Wilcott steers that aside. Houle sends it around. Caldwell looked like he was going for it, and then the pinch by the Wolverines kept it in. Now Houle will circle. He's got some pressure on him, so he sends it across court. Batted down at the line by Ballerin. Ballerin brings it in. Centering pass. The shot. They score. Ballerin sends it in front, and Trevor O'Reilly, left all alone, slips it through the goaltender to make it 5-zip.
Yeah, the Express defenseman had a chance to alley-oop it out. Couldn't get it high enough. Defenseman knocks it down over to his forward partner, and it's in the back of the net. So again, just fighting the ball. Can't. It seems like everything they touch is just turning to like you're handling a hand grenade, and it's 5-0.
And we've seen that a few times from Dante Ballerin, where the Express will try to clear it past him on the ground, through the air, over his head, and he, one way or another, with a stick or his hands, knocks it down, keeps the play alive, and in that case, turns it into a goal to give his team a 5-0 lead. Chance for Rahman at the side of the goal. He fires that high and wide. Bodie Hagen centers it. Hoekstra can't get there in time, and Ballerin will keep it in once again. Wolverines still pressuring. Ballerin at the point. Lets a wrister go. That's deflected in front, and they score! Ballerin's shot deflected at the side of the goal, dribbled through the goaltender, and it's put in. Let's see who we've got here. I think that was Arjun Rahman, who poked that in, made the Herculean effort to get over his defender and swat the loose ball into the net, make it 6-0.
Yeah, nothing's going right for the Express. So as a coach, you're just trying to get through this game, and you're just trying to get some positives out of it, because right now everything they touch is going in the back of their net. So you're just trying to stem the tide.
Still 14-21 to go in the second period, with the Wolverines now leading 6-0. The Express knew they'd be in tight, but they hope to keep it close and make a nice competitive game of there, as Rahman runs into his man, and they exchange words after the play. Looks like the ref is going to give both players a few minutes to think about that. Matt Ross will be heading to the box again for the Edmonton Express for that collision.
Yeah, interference, I think. Oh, it's both bodies.
So we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone here for the Wolverines. And we'll wait to see what they put up here, but I expect this will be 2 minutes aside. And we'll continue to play 5-on-5. Cook in the draw for the Wolverines. He wins it back to Slavin. Pokes it in. Cook and Juka there trying to cycle it in the corner. Express can't get it out. It rolled off handle stick into the corner. Juka's got it now. He's bodied by Houle. Juka gives him some more body on the way back, and now he comes out with it behind the net. Juka looking to center. Rolls it out front, and that's knocked away by Greatrix. Another chance, and that shot goes off the foot of Greatrix. Juka gets it again. Spins it behind the goal to Cook. Back to Juka. They're cycling here, and that cycle is broken up by number 14, Matthew Gerke. He sends it out to center. Ryder will just chip it in. Oh, it's off the stick of the defender and into the Wolverines bench. 13:33 left in the second period, 6-0 in favor of the Wolverines.
I think if it becomes 7-0, then it'll be the mercy rule and they'll call the game. So there was a game earlier where it became 7-0. So we'll see if that takes place. Hopefully not.
Yep, you're right, and I don't think the Edmonton Express wanted to go that way either. They want to make a game of it at least and finish it out strongly here, show that they belong here and they can play on the national stage. There's a face-off that goes right up in over the boards into the netting, so they'll try again.
Yeah, I don't think in their league play they've been beaten like this 6-0. So for kids that have played in their league and won a lot of games, they're probably shocked right now.
Bodnaruk pokes it into the zone, and the Wolverines get control and trying to bring it in. A bank pass off the boards, intended for Brandon McRoberts. They're looking for the hat trick. Brandon McRoberts tries to come out front, poked away by Wilcott. Is still pinballing around in there, and they score. The ball just kept bouncing around off of feet, and it went to one of the Wolverines, and it goes in. Was it Rick Roberts who put that one in? Either way, it will be 7-0 with over 13 minutes to go in the second, and the mercy rule will be invoked, Rob.
Yes, again, another bad bounce, probably about waist high, knocked into the net, so anything that could go wrong did go wrong today for the Express, and all you can do is say, we got beat by the better team today, and next game just come out and forget this one and like it never happened, and hopefully the next game they can shake this off and have a better result next time. Yeah, absolutely, a young team, and let's keep in mind the fine first half they played. They did stay with there. They did show some promising signs on the forecheck, turning some balls over. They struggled in the face-off dot, but the Edmonton Express hung with them a little bit there in the first, but then in the second it got away from them. Thanks for watching today's game. The final score was 7-0 in favor of the West Coast Wolverines. On behalf of my cameraman, Rob Zitlow, I'm Brenton Dreger. Thank you for watching this ICU Video Productions webcast from the 2016 Canadian Junior Ball Hockey Championships from the West End Soccer Centre here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.